Good afternoon. I'd like to take a minute to welcome everybody to state and local government. Today is Wednesday, February the 5th, 2025. I hereby call state and local government committee to order. Madam Clerk, please open the roll. Sign in yet? Please sign in. If you have any trouble, we'll make sure everybody gets in. You should see a button, P&V. It's blue. That's present not voting, but that's the way we'll take the roll. Has everyone voted? If you're not here, please change your vote. Madam Clerk, do we have a quorum present?
Mr. Chairman, you have 15 members present. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Do any of the members have any personal orders before we begin? Seeing none, we will jump into our agenda. I'd first like to announce that next week, February the 12th, we will have a brief presentation by the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. They will be here making a presentation on how the University of Tennessee works with local government. So please put that on your calendar. Before we get any further, I'm going to make a few introductions, and then I will ask each of you to please introduce yourself to the committee. But first of all, for our staff and members, first over here to my right is my legal assistant, Ian Jennings. And beside of me is the executive assistant, Trish Henniger. Our legislative intern, he should be bringing the name tag, Stephen Curtis. My research analyst is Lee Hobbs and Nathan Witt. My legal counsel will be Matt Monday. The clerks we have with us today is Ava Larson and Emma Ray Thorough. Is that correct? And our Sergeant at Arms today is Tommy Woodward. So if you have any questions or anything this year, please see one of the members or the staff. At this time, we'll start down here on the end with Representative Butler. Just tell us your name and what district you're from. Introduce yourself to the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I had a 45-minute speech prepared, but I guess I'll forego that. So I'm Ed Butler. I represent Overton, Morgan, part of Fentress, part of Roane, and part of Anderson counties.
Yes. Dan Howell. I represent District 22, Bradley, Polk, and Meigs County.
I'm Rick Eldridge, and I represent District 10, which is Granger and most of Hamlin County up in East Tennessee.
I am Representative Tim Rudd, District 34. I represent part of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County and Eagleville.
Dave Wright, east side of Knox County, District 19.
And I'm Representative Dennis Powers. I represent 3 counties north of Knoxville that surround beautiful Norris Lake up in the mountains, Campbell, Union, and Claiborne County.
Representative Jerome Moon. I represent District 8, which is the beautiful part of Blount County. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I'm Greg Martin, and it's district number 26, but I'm number 1 in the heart of Hamilton County, and we are right in the middle of Hamilton County, and it's a privilege to serve, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Jeff Burkhardt, District 75. I have the western part of Montgomery County.
Todd Warner, District 92. I represent the southern part of Williamson County with the city of Spring Hill. and all of Marshall County. Thank you.
Representative Tom Leatherwood, represent District 99, which is Northeast Shelby County.
Rush Bricken, District 47, Coffee and Grundy County.
Mary Littleton, District 78, which is Dixon and Cheatham County.
Jake McCalman, beautiful eastern Williamson County, encompassing Nolensville, southeast Brentwood, East Franklin, Arrington, most of College Grove, a portion of Thompson Station. It is House District 63.
I'm up. Larry Miller, Representative Larry Miller, District 88, Memphis, Shelby County.
Jesse Chisholm, District 85, Memphis, and Memphis.
Hadn't logged in yet, but I guess it didn't matter. Jason Powell, District 53, which is Southern Davidson County, Nashville.
Gabby Salinas, District 96, which is the northern part of Shelby County.
And I'm John Crawford. I'll be chairing this committee this year, and just want to say a special thank you to those that are joining the state and local government for the first time. So we look forward to working with you. This committee has a good time, but we get a lot of business done. Let the record reflect that one of our other members, Chairlady Rudder, is not with us today. So I'm putting that in the record. She's excused. We don't have any bills on the calendar today, but we'll be covering some rules for the full committee and also the subcommittees. And the clerk has asked us that we do a couple of test votes. So make sure that you're logged in, and we will do a test vote at this particular time. We will be voting on a made-up bill today, House Bill 0000. We're ready to vote on House Bill 000. Will the clerk please open the vote? You should see you have 3 buttons in front of you: yes, no, and present not voting. All those in favor of moving this bill on to finance, please vote aye. Those opposed, no. Has every member voted? Is there any members who would like to change their vote? Vote is now closed. Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
You have 6 aye, 13 nay, and 0 present not voting.
This bill fails, and we'll go back to the clerk. Yeah. Okay. This will be the rules that the full committee and the subcommittee is governed by this year. So be patient with me. I'll go through them as quickly as possible. Members want to place bills on notice will do so via online portal. Bill notices must be turned in by 3:30 each Wednesday in order to be heard for the next following week's committee. Amendments must be submitted electronically to the House, State, and Local Government Committee email address, and it has to either be from a member's email or your legislative assistant. Amendments must be filed by 10 a.m. the day before the committee meets. This applies to our full and subcommittees. Bills passed by subcommittee will be automatically placed on next available full committee calendar unless the committee receives a written request from the sponsor to set another hearing date or by discretion of the chairman. Guest speakers will need to be pre-approved by the chairman no later than 24 hours in advance. Witness cards can be filled out either submitted online or in person. When there are several individuals on the list to speak on a particular issue, the chair may impose a time limit for testimony and comments. If you are doing a presentation or presenting a bill, no props can be used. Be respectful and follow proper decorum to all committee members, bill sponsors, members of the public, and committee staff during the committee meetings. Please turn off your cell phones or put them on silent while in committee. Also, limit your texting and internet browsing while hearing testimony before the committee. No live streaming or recording will be allowed by the committee members or staff. Documents, handouts, or PowerPoint presentation materials will be required at least 24 hours in advance to the chairman. Guests and members of the public will be allowed to live stream or record as long as it does not disturb the committee meeting. To be consistent with other House committees, hard copies will no longer be distributed to your office committee calendars, e-packets, and amendment packets. They will all be electronically submitted to your offices. These documents will also be available to you via online member dashboard. If you would like a hard copy, please ask your assistants to print you out one. In accordance with House Rule 83, any bill or resolution may only be calendared 3 times. If on the 3rd calendar the bill is not reported out of the committee, the bill will be placed on a special calendar by the chairman to be published on the final calendar. If at that juncture the bill is not reported out of the committee, then it will be returned to the clerk's desk. Sponsors may request roll call votes prior to any vote. 3 members may request a roll call vote, or the chairman can request a roll call vote. All votes constituting final action will be done on a roll call vote or by the electronic system. Once the vote on matter is announced, members may not change their vote. They may fill out a request to the change of vote form that is similar to what we use on the House floor. 2/3 of the members present is required for a previous question. When presenting a bill or resolution in committee, the sponsor shall be limited to 3 to 5 minutes for their explanation. If the committee does not complete its calendar, the remainder of the unfinished calendar will be heard on the next calendar. If any member has any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to my office or for further assistance. Do any of the members have any question regarding these rules that we went over today? Representative Salinas.
If 3 members request to have a roll call vote, when do they have to request that?
As long as there's 3 members raise their hand, they can request it at any time.
At any time?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Warner.
Representative Warner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Are we on the board on amendments or is that a voice vote?
I think that's, the chairman can decide that, and more than likely it will be a voice vote for amendments. Only on final actions will we be doing roll calls or electronic voting.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Chairman Moon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If a calendar is not completed and it goes to the next calendar, is it the discretion of the chair to place those items at the head of that next calendar? Or I know in previous years, you showed up, you show up, it never gets completed. And in the next calendar, you're midway down or at the bottom. So I just ask your guidance on that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I think that will be chairman's discretion. They can place them on the calendar as they see fit. I would ask that in this committee, please be patient, because I will recognize leadership or chairmen that have to go to other committees to run their committees or to do their bills in other committees. So I will try to work them in first. Then we will take non-members of the committee's bills first, committee members, and then the chairman's bill last. And that will, that's usually the way I run the committee. And unless something just happens, just try to accommodate everybody because as the year goes on, everybody will be running from one committee to the next, presenting their bills. So we just try to work that out to where everybody has the opportunity. Any other questions? That concludes our business for the day. Before we close, does any members have any announcements or personal orders? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Got a proper motion? Is there a second? We are adjourned.